The city of Dallas, Texas. The location for the Celtics. 2 leaders on the floor and in the locker room. The fantastic tandem of Kemba Walker and Jason Tatum. They have their sights set on a win as they prepare to get down to business at American Airlines Arena. Celtics, Mavs. Up next. We welcome you to Noche and Beyond here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the players' jerseys. Tonight, a celebration of the Latin culture. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. You take a look at the Celtics. Unless they completely melt down, they should be in good position for a playoff run.
And, you know, for Boston, they've had a dream season. And I think they're only going to get stronger as we approach the postseason.
You know, and that's something we see a lot from teams that come out of the blue like they have this season. Their confidence just grows and grows with each passing week, and they hit the playoffs riding high.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, the maturity and poise of a young Jason Tatum has often been talked about. Maybe that's because his parents prepared him for the NBA from an early age in St. Louis. They had pretend press conferences using a hairbrush as the microphone. As you can say, he's been groomed for this, and it's paying off. Guys?
Yeah, they dotted every I and crossed every T. David, thank you. Late in the season, Doris, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing more beneficial to a young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get more and more minutes. They'll give those young guys more and more responsibility on the offensive and defensive end. And there's no greater teacher than giving NBA reps to guys who you think can be a key part of your future.
So fun for us as the fans and people that cover the league to get a glimpse of the future, what these teams and what these individual players could be like. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the 5. And for the Mavericks, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Seth Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Powell in at the 5 spot. Tatum's shot is off. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Powell, that's good.
I tell you, even with some physical contact, Powell gets it done. Love his persistence.
Here's Walker. Powell pulls it in. Hayward against Hardaway. Pass to Doncic. Outside, Porzingis down to 5 on the shot clock. It's not going to go for him. And the Celtics going the other way now. Passes it to Walker. Back to Tatum. And here's Brown outside. Porzingis with the rebound.
3 straight misses to begin the game. Not the start they were hoping for.
Curry against Brown. Curry passes to Doncic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game, and don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
And the first one drops. And you look at Luka Doncic, 6'7", about 220, Doris. Is he a point guard? A point forward? I mean, where's he fit?
Well, I think in today's modern NBA, where we talk about positionless basketball, he's the perfect fit regardless of where you put it. He can defend wings, he can defend forwards, and offensively, you want him to be in command of the basketball.
All free throws good from Doncic.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Shot's good by Walker.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Doncic outside, on the wing, Hardaway. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
You can see the kind of confidence Hardaway has in his shot. This guy is so fluid in the catch-and-shoot situations.
Now, Tice. 20 points for him last game against Milwaukee.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Walker the pass to Tatum. Shoots from 14. The Mavericks pull it in.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
The offensive rebound. Celtics trail by 4. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and toolset enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
And the first one at the line is good. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
And so Walker nails both of them.
And you always know what you're going to get from Walker from the line. He's been a solid, consistent free throw shooter his entire career.
Now here's Curry. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. He hits Brown with the drive and finished off by Brown.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Walker against Doncic. Now here's Porzingis. He's covered closely. Over Tatum. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Boy, how pretty is that at 7'3"? Kristaps Porzingis knows he can get his shot anytime he wants.
Tice kicks to Walker. Shoots over Doncic. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. 6 points for Kemba Walker.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
I'll tell you, the analytics crew may not like the mid-range, but sometimes you just got to put it in the basket.
They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Celtics ball.
Well, some of the numbers NBA wingmen have been putting up from the field this season are truly impressive. Have a look at the top shooters among them. The 4th spot held by Gordon Hayward.
And that is such an efficient group offensively. That really is the best way to describe them. I mean, they never force anything and always wait for the right shot.
You know, in addition to that patience and efficiency, they're each extremely talented natural scorers. They've got the kind of precise form all young players would do well to replicate.
The Mavericks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots. Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Curry.
In the city of Boston, 12 championships since 2000, 6 in football, 4 in baseball, and 1 apiece in hockey and basketball.
Greg, you'd have to say Boston has become the sports capital of the country. The fans are knowledgeable, they're passionate, and they are justifiably proud.
And both free throws good for Curry.
Well, similar to his brother Steph, Seth is a knockdown shooter. This guy's a crafty combo guard with a number of tricks up his sleeve.
Now here's Brown. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. To the wing right side. Fires the three. Tice, no good. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Doncic against Smart. Feeds away. And Doncic gets it to go.
Well, you want to talk about a picture-perfect jumper. Luka Doncic knows a thing or two about getting into the mid-range.
That one falls.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Outside, Porzingis. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Well, really improving as a defender. Jason Tatum has those long arms to redirect shots. This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Doncic kicks to Curry. There's the three. Hayward grabs the board.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
That one's not going to go. And it's Boston the other way. Last time they met was in Dallas, where they beat the Mavericks.
Yeah, and in winning that last game, they attacked the basket aggressively, drew a lot of fouls in that game.
2 things are a product of that. 1, you shoot a ton of freebies. 2, the other team goes deep into its rotation. Neither one of those 2 things is going to work.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. The pass to Powell. Brown against Curry. Lets it go from deep. Buries it from 3-point range. Curry's got 5 now.
Well, you cannot let Seth Curry have room to shoot on the perimeter. You are asking for trouble.
Smart deciding where to go with it. Nice D from Porzingis.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Curry passes to Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. Over Smart. Kept alive.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Porzingis with the block.
This guy's showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Wright in for Curry. And then for Boston, Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Gordon Hayward. Here's Wanamaker. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Smart. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And this is where Marcus Smart has gotten so much better at reading the defense. He sees an open lane and he attacks it.
Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving the ball around. Bounce pass, Porzingis. Here's Doncic. Right against Smart. Free throw line jump shot. Jump shot is good. And the Mavericks lead by 3. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Wanamaker the pass to Tatum. Outside, Smart. Here's Wanamaker. Kleba with the rebound. The second chance effort. That shot misses.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling. He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Tatum wide open. He fires one. Wide open shot is on the money.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
Now, here's Doncic. 38 points for him last game against Denver. And Wright kicks to Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. A beautiful reverse layup. Porzingis has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, Kristaps Porzingis has any number of tools on the offensive end, but a nice high percentage look there.
Here's Wanamaker. Porzingis with the block. Right against Smart. Back to Doncic. Over cancel. Doncic, no good.
No one near him on that one, and I'm not sure why he felt like he needed to fade away.
And the Celtics, Brad Stevens, one of the youngest head coaches in the league and also one of the more respected.
And Greg, I was surprised that he didn't get any Coach of the Year votes 2 seasons ago. Think about it. The Celtics overcame injury to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Last season, he admitted his most trying in the 12 years as a coach. Boy, he is looking to get them back on track.
Here's Wanamaker. After Luka Doncic's bucket, Tatum on the wing. Over Porzingis. Misses off the left iron.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
That one good for 2. Now it's a 7-point Maverick lead.
Scoring through contact is something Kristaps Porzingis has got to get used to in the NBA. Teams try to get physical with this guy.
Here's Wanamaker. No points in the game yet for him. Poked away. And so Boston again turning it over. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks. A different look for Dallas. Coley Stein comes in for Maxi Kleber. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. The Celtics also changing it up. Williams comes in for Cantor. And it's Williams in for Brown. Brunson the pass to Coley Stein. Here's Finney Smith. Pass to Brunson. Five to shoot. The shot, no good. Williams with the defensive effort.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Wanamaker looking over the floor. In the corner, Smart with it. Trying to get something going. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Well, though he's not known as a prolific three-point shooter, Marcus Smart takes his time, delivers. That's a big-time shot.
Williams with the block. Good work there as it goes. Porzingis has got 8.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Pass to Tatum. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
We know that Jason Tatum is a gamer. This guy willing to take punishment on his way to the cup.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And high-quality numbers for him all season long. How about 81 from the line?
Well, the former number 3 pick in the 2017 draft, Jason Tatum has been nothing short of amazing as a young gun in this league. What a star on the rise.
A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for Dallas. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. Back to the action after this word. Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach, Brad Stevens. He said they go way back.
Our relationship started when I was in high school. He came to my morning workouts and really recruited me at Butler and was kind of the first guy that I think believed in me that I could make it to the next level.
And I'm sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
And not just a connection, but a respect. Hayward now a veteran in this league, while Stevens has moved into the conversation for one of the better young coaches in our league.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Total intimidation that first period. That is what has helped power them to this early lead.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Celtics, Williams is out there with Williams. And there's Kemba Walker. Then it's Tatum. And it's Wanamaker in a shooting guard. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Correa against Walker. Correa, no good. That's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Boston. They trail by 6.
What a college career for Jalen Brunson. 2 championships and a Wooden Award. This is one of the most decorated players in college basketball history.
Now here's Brunson, following the miss by Kemba Walker. Brunson scanning the floor. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And here's Barea outside. And Tatum pulls it down. And Brunson, the College Player of the Year back in 2018, but fell to the second round. Doris, when you look at that time, why did he fall?
I think it had everything to do with the fact that he's not an elite athlete by NBA standards. But we know unequivocally Jalen Brunson is a winner. His father played a decade in the NBA. This young man has been around the game since his formative years, and you can see it in his game.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Doris, there are these players whose wingspans exceed their height by 6 inches or more. They're called +6s, kind of a new term. Talk about that with the scouts look into those numbers.
Well, one of the things you like to have in a defensive player is length and versatility along with that length. So guys who maybe their size lists them at one thing, but that length enables them to guard a little bit differently. Guys like Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, Montrezl Harrell, all of those guys might be listed a certain size, Kevin, but boy, their length is problematic and makes them such exceptional defensive players.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Mike Powell comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Hardaway is subbed in for Wright. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Boston. And Williams drops them both.
We know this about the Dallas Mavericks. They will put every piece of data and information to use in terms of trying to get an advantage. Think about it, guys. They are now doing blood tests, trying to head off injury for their players. They believe this gives them a clearer picture into the overall health of their athletes.
Here's Walker. The Mavericks making the shot. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. And Doris, those blood tests you were talking about, always subject to player permission. They want to honor player privacy.
I think you have to, Kevin, and most of the Mavs have embraced it. These tests have the ability to measure almost 50 biomarkers. As an athlete, you're always trying to stay in peak form. As an organization, you're always trying to manage appropriately their workloads.
Brunson, rebounded by the Celtics. Hayward on the wing. This one for 3. Powell pulls it in. Mavericks leading by 6. Correa with it. Taken away by Williams. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Here's Wanamaker. It's rebounded by Brunson.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Outside Hardaway. Back to Brunson. Just 5 to shoot. Dallas again missing.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Here's Brunson. After Gordon Hayward's bucket, Hardaway finds Brunson. And here is Cauley Stein. Guarded by Walker. Cauley Stein passes to Barea. Outside Hardaway. No good with the triple.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's Wanamaker. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
And he makes the first.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Curry's checked in for the Mavericks. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Mavericks have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Barea kicks to Hardaway. Curry trying to break free. Hardaway, no good. Boston trailing. Walker in the corner. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
The shot misses. Williams with the defensive effort.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
Well, Gordon Hayward's so good in the catch-and-shoot situations.
And here's Barea. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Passes it to Pop. Hardaway with it. To the paint. It's deflected. Powell, that's good. Powell's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You love how Powell goes to work on the block, muscles his way to establish himself and deliver.
Here's Wanamaker. Knocks down the 10-footer. Wanamaker's got the lead up to 1 now for the Celtics. And it's Barea with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Now the pass to Walker. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Powell's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
As you and I were just talking about this, as more and more players are going public with their trade requests, do you think that's had a negative impact on the game?
Well, Kevin, I certainly think it makes long-term planning for NBA franchises a lot more difficult because contractually we are not seeing them hold true to the particular organization they may have signed that contract with. The reality is this in today's NBA. You've got to be nimble as an organization, and you have got to be attractive to them. And I mean that with great ownership, great leadership, and who are the players currently in your system. You have got to be incredibly nimble to be successful in today's NBA.
I think you're right on. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Luka Doncic comes in for J.J. Barea. Then for the Celtics, Cantor checked in for Williams. Daniel Tice comes in for Williams. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
Yeah, look, you'd like to take the lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up.
Shot's good by Walker.
Really off on his shooting, just 20% this period. Looks like he's getting a bit frustrated.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 6 on the mark with the 15-footer. Doncic has got 8 points.
Boy, Luka Doncic makes it look easy. What a pretty jumper.
Walker the pass to Cantor. Pass to Tice. Curry against Brown. 6 to shoot. It's rebounded by Dallas. Powell's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Hardaway for 3. Now just 1 for 7 with that miss. Tough night so far. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pass to Walker. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Curry passes to Doncic. And the basket is good. Doncic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Just another way, Luka Doncic is such a tough cover. This guy's knack for getting into the painted area and converting both easy shots and contested shots.
Hayward finds Brown. 17-foot shot on the way. The Mavericks leading. Here's Curry. Out to Hardaway. Gets in and hoping this is the start of a new trend. 2 for 8 now from the field.
Well, good vision from the inside and kicking it to the perimeter.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Now it's a 6-point Maverick lead. Walker against Doncic. Hayward passes to Walker. Looking to end the run. Here's Cantor. He gets it in there. Cantor's got his first points of the night.
I love the hustle and the heart with which Enes Kanter plays. This guy is a terror on the offensive glass.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Over Hayward. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there. Celtics trail by 6. Brown outside. Now Tice. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
76% on the season from the foul line.
And he knocks down the first one. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Porzingis, he's checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Wright in for Seth Curry. And then for Boston, Jason Tatum comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Kemba Walker. That one misses. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
I remember it very well.
Incredible.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Passes it to Kleba. The dish to Wright. Just 5 on the clock. Outside, Porzingis. From outside, off the mark.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Doncic feeling it out. Right, the pass to Doncic. The shot that time, not on target. Excellent D from Cantor. And it's Smart with the ball for the Celtics. It's a 3-point game. He dishes it to Tatum. Brown outside. Now here's Tatum. He's tightly guarded. Goes back up. In the corner, Smart with it. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Mavericks leading by 3. Right side. 32 seconds left in the first half. Here's Doncic, and it's blocked.
I'll tell you, don't forget about Marcus Smart's vertical. Twice on the pipes, rejects that shot.
Oh, that's blocked. Right against Brown.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
You ever notice the physicality? That's an aspect of Marcus Smart's game. He just powers through the defense. Sensational shooting.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And that one falls for Smart.
Boy, I just love how Marcus Smart plays the game of basketball. He's aggressive, he's intelligent, and he doesn't mind getting under your skin.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Mavericks lead by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think of your team's energy in the first half?
I think the energy's fine. I thought we did look a little gassed at the end of that first stint for some of our starters, but I thought for the most part it was good.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Everybody, welcome back for our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were on a nice little roll in that opening period as they got their lead up as high as 7 points. The second quarter saw them lose just a fraction of the lead they held at the end of the first, as they're now ahead by 2 points at the half. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how Dallas played?
Well, I think they're feeling the energy of this hometown crowd. Sometimes you get a little complacent and comfortable in your surroundings, but no, they fed off adrenaline in the first half.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
Their three-point shooting in the first half was atrocious. Ugh, ugly, awful, nasty. It's not that they're just missing shots. It's like they just keep taking the shots. Hold on, Ernie. Hey, you! Whatever your number is, stop shooting the three. See, Ernie, that's all the coach got to do. Tell them stop shooting the three. Pass, cut, work together, do something.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Mavericks leading. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Seth Curry, and it's Hardaway in at the small forward position. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. The Celtics shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Walker with it. For the lead. Hands it from downtown. Walker's got 11 points.
And this is where Walker thrives, an assertive long-distance shooter.
There's the pass to Doncic. Over Walker. It's good from about 19 feet. He's got 14. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. So we'll see Kemba Walker go to the line here. It's on Luka Doncic. The Celtics have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. That's good from Kemba Walker.
Well, you think the ownership style of the Mavericks, something the league had to adjust to. Very active, very outspoken. Sometimes I think that rubbed people the wrong way. But now you get the sense it's almost the new normal. Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Kicks it to Hayward. Brown outside. And here's Hayward. He has 7. That one doesn't drop.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
It's Hardaway with the drive.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Hayward. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And the Mavericks, we know, have been trendsetters, investing in development and in technology.
Kevin, they have always been on the cutting edge of data collection and then using that data to give them a competitive advantage. When you're in a business, it's always about what's next? How can I be better?
First one falls for him.
Well, this is a space you do not want to allow Gordon Hayward to get. He has been a lights-out free throw shooter his entire career.
Hayward hits them both.
And the Celtics last season mourning the passing of the great John Havlicek.
You know, Greg, he spent his entire career with the Celtics. He won 8 titles along the way. He was known as one of the great competitors and a class individual. His legacy undoubtedly will live on. Luka Doncic is in distinguished company because his game is so far advanced for his age.
Here's Tatum. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 3 assists in the game. Doncic dishes to Hardaway. There's the triple. That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Doncic.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
Walker against Doncic. Pass to Tice. Inside, here's Walker. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Walker's got 16.
I'll tell you, they come out of the locker room, they are a step slow on the defensive end.
Doncic with it. He's picked up by Walker. Shoots from the high post, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. 21 points for Luka Doncic. The Celtics have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Hardaway against Tatum. Outside, Walker shoots over Doncic, and another basket for Boston.
You know, I thought in the first half this guy was pressing, he was rushing. Now he's settled into the game.
Dishes to Hardaway. Powell kicks to Porzingis. Pass to Doncic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Luka Doncic is so clever. This guy able to draw the contact to get himself to the free throw line.
The Mavericks have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. The first one falls.
There's so much to like about Luka Doncic, but perhaps the best thing is he can contribute in every aspect of the game. Scoring, rebounding, passing, you name it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Barea comes in for Seth Curry. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Hardaway. And good on the second, so he makes them both. It's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Celtics. They lead by 1. Outside Tatum. Back to Walker. Celtics passing it around, and the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
For the lead. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Now here's Tatum. 9 points in the game so far. Outside Williams. Here's Walker. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. Here's Brunson. Pass to Doncic. Williams with the block. Here's Wanamaker. Shoots over Barea. And Wanamaker gets it to go. Wanamaker's got his second basket of the night.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
Now, here's Doncic. 23 points in the game. Shoots from the baseline. That's good on the jump shot. Brunson's got his first basket of the night.
Listen, you give a good shooter that kind of look, and it's going to go in.
Walker finds Tatum. And here is Williams. Five on the clock. Outside, Walker. From deep. No good on the shot. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Since taking over the starting role in 2018, Willie Cauley-Stein lived up to his draft spot of being number 6, Greg, overall in 2015.
And you knew that a big man like Cauley-Stein would take a few years to develop. But at a legit 7 feet and great length, he is everything you could hope for in a starting center.
Now here's Tatum. 9 points in the game so far.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Now here's Barea. Outside, Porzingis. He kicks it to Cauley-Stein. Got a piece of it. Walker goes in. Count that one. Walker's got 20 points.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Brunson the pass to Doncic. Cauley Stein against Williams. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Robert Williams. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Doncic. And a change for the Celtics. Smart's checked in. On defense, the Celtics. It's a one-point game. Now here's Brunson. He's guarded closely. Shot clock at 3. Takes the 13-footer. Basket good. Brunson's got his second basket of the game. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Here's Wanamaker. 6 points for him. And there's the pass to Tatum. Drills it from outside. Tatum's got 5 points now this quarter.
Jason Tatum is the complete package on the offensive end. He can drive it, he can get to the mid-range, and now the three-point shot.
Here's Brunson. Williams with the block. Now Smart. 8 points for him. Picked him clean. Kleber, the pass to Barea. And he uses the glass on the layup. Barea's got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
I'll tell you, don't let the diminutive size fool you. This guy is not intimidated and can get his shot in the painted area.
Tatum kicks to Smart. Misses the 3.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Barea surveying the floor. Pass to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving it around. Shot clock at 5. Thompson with it. Williams picks him up. Williams with the block. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Mavericks making a switch here. White's checked in. Enes Kanter's checked in for Boston. Walker comes in for Brad Wanamaker. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Outside, Smart. With the floater, it's deflected. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Here's Finney-Smith. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And it goes on Jason Tatum.
Yeah, easy call.
The Mavericks have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. First free throw is good. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Out in front now, although he left 1 point on the board right there.
Well, the book, Greg, is the same for Enes Kanter as it's always been. Great score inside, but his defense leaves you wanting.
And Kevin, at this point, he is who he is. I mean, for better or worse. Kanter is still a force off the bench to give a team some post presence in their second unit, but not sure he'll ever be a player to build around.
Now here's Wright. That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, not a perfectly set screen there, but got him just enough room to get that shot off.
Outside Tatum. slam dunk by Tatum.
Well, if he gets near the cup, Jason Tatum will leave, no doubt. Woohoo!
Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And Wright kicks to Kleber. Back to Wright. There's 1:40 left in the third quarter. 6 on the shot clock. From outside the arc, hits it from three-point range. Wright's got his third basket of the night.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Cauley Stein against Williams. Outside, Smart. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Now he's checked in for the Mavericks. Seth Curry comes in for Jalen Brunson. The Celtics also changing it up. Daniel Tice is checked in for Robert Williams. And it's Brown in for Tatum. Just 5 on the clock. Shot's good by Walker.
Well, this quarter has been all about this guy. He is trying to close the gap in the score.
Dallas has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Now here's Powell. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Kleber, the pass to Curry. Great look, but off the mark.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Brown dishes to Walker. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Walker's got it all tied up now for Boston. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And right, here we go. Out of hand on it.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
Up and in on the layup.
This guy is just working his tail off on the boards. You love the effort, love the energy.
Curry with it. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Kemba Walker firing on all cylinders for Boston. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, GA, you know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for Boston, Walker and Smart, the guards. Enes Kanter is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Brown in at the 3. Count it.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Mavericks trail by 4. Wright, the pass to Kleber. Dallas moving the ball around. Pass to Wright. It's deflected. Outside, Smart to the inside. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. Here's a look at the schedule now for Dallas. On Saturday, it'll be the Phoenix Suns coming into town. Then on Monday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And when you look at the Kings matchup, on paper, you'd expect them to come away with the win, but this might be one of those trap games where they let it get away from them if they aren't focused.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Smart. On defense, the Celtics. They lead by 4. Back to Hardaway. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 8 points for Tim Hardaway. There's Walker with the three. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Curry against Smart. The shot by Curry, no good. The Celtics shooting about 42% so far. Here's Walker. Banked in off the glass. Walker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And here is Powell. Right outside. Clock at 6. Passes to Hardaway. That's a 2 from Powell. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Brown kicks to Walker. Offline with his 3.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul.
Okay.
The first free throw is good. Zinkas is checked in for Dallas. And the Celtics also making a change. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Cantor. And so Wright nails both of them. Boston's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Walker against Wright. Shot's good by Walker.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Dallas calls timeout. We've seen Kemba Walker really having a great game.
Boy, much needed timeout. This guy's scoring at will, and they've had no answer.
Doncic is checked in for Wright. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He said, look, you guys are playing physical, and I like that, but it has to be under control. We've committed way too many fouls. We've allowed way too many foul shots. Kevin?
Here's Walker after Luka Doncic's bucket. There's Brown with the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 4th assist in this one.
And after only making 35% of their shots in that first half, they are slowly getting into a groove here in the second.
And Smart with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the breaks. Smart's got the lead up to 7 now for Boston.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Curry passes to Doncic. Shoots over Walker, and it's good off the back rim and in. And that's now 27 points for Luka Doncic. Boston leading by 5. Smart passes to Tice. Outside, Walker. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Walker's got 8 points here in this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Now here's Curry. Outside Hardaway. 6 to shoot. But they get it back.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Doncic kicks to Powell. Back to Doncic. Fires from deep. Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Well, we know that Tim Hardaway Jr. can space the floor. You don't want to allow him to start cooking.
The pass to Tice. Poked loose. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. Jason Tatum. He's checked in for Marcus Smart. Mavericks trail by 6. Porzingis finds Curry. Porzingis looking it over. Shoots it. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Now here's Curry. Here's Doncic. It's rebounded by Tice. Tice has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Tatum.
Oh, what a dunk! Look out below! I tell you, this guy is capable of some amazing finishes. Jason Tatum, my goodness.
In the dunk by Doncic.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Curry with it. Picked up by Brown. Pulls up. Rebound, Boston. Hayward's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Hardaway with the steal. Pass break, Dallas. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Kemba Walker picks one up.
Well, it's a problem when Tim Hardaway Jr. decides to attack off the dribble drive. Well, think back to before he moves on to the Dallas Mavericks. While Tim Hardaway Jr. was with the Knicks, he was carrying such a burden offensively because Porzingis was still recovering.
First one falls for him. And we've seen Hardaway be a much more efficient player than in the past.
What we know, Kevin, unequivocally, is that this young man can score the basketball. But what you hope is the best players in the NBA are all about efficiency. That's what you want Hardaway Jr. thinking about. How can I be the most efficient guy on the floor?
And he makes both free throws.
You see, to me, guys, for Tim Hardaway Jr., there's still another level for him to reach. He has proven that he can be a big-time scorer. To me now, it's about consistency and doing it night after night after night.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it. This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive, scoring the ball.
Walker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Kemba Walker hits them both. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. Pass to Powell. Kicks it to Hardaway. Pass to Doncic. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. And that's 31 points for Luka Doncic.
He's shooting the lights out down the stretch, trying to keep them competitive.
He lobs it up.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Curry against Brown. That's tipped. It's stolen by Tice. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Walker's shot is off.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
They double-team Walker. Tatum finds Tice. Outside, Walker from deep. Nice D from Doncic. And so Curry will bring it up for the Mavericks. They trail by 6. Chalk up 2 there. 33 points for Luka Doncic.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Doncic against Walker. Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Dallas. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Shoots from the elbow. The shot off that time.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
And this is a critical possession, not one they can afford to come up empty on.
It's Brown with the drive and finished off by Brown.
Oh, my goodness, Kevin. Brown finishes off the drive, not simply laying it in, but a message of authority on the dunk.
Right wing. Here's Porzingis. Low block shot on the way. Green for 2 points.
Well, one thing we know, Porzingis is fearless. He had no hesitation on what was a huge basket for them.
Tatum finds Tice. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Walker. Lays it up off the glass. Walker's got 40 points.
And that is how he rolls. A prolific scorer. Walker's been calling his own number tonight.
Doncic with it. Picked up by Brown. Here's Porzingis. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Gigantic shots like that have to help Powell's confidence. Quality look.
Walker against Doncic. It's Brown on the wing. Off target from three-point range. Mavericks trailed by 4. Curry attacking down low. Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
You have got to commend Powell on his positioning. I tell you, he buries himself deep, and he's going to sky for that slam dunk.
59 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Brown. Off target from outside. Dallas has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's Curry. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Now a timeout called by Boston. The score is tied at 104. 43 seconds left in the fourth. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kemba Walker.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
.43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the shot is long. And here are the Mavericks now. And Porzingis, here we go. Count it!
Oh, you love the aggressiveness and the swagger that Porzingis has to take that shot. Such a clutch play from the Latvian.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
I'll tell you, they'd better come up with some points on every possession from now on.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 2. 26 seconds left in the game. .26 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Walker. Yes! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
You got to shadow Walker. His mid-range game is on point.
Walker against Doncic. Stolen by Walker. Tatum drives in. Yes!
Man, you can get chills watching Jason Tatum want to deliver in the clutch.
Dallas calls timeout. They're behind by 2. 12 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
Here's Porzingis. Fires the 3. Buries the triple.
Love the confidence. Porzingis doesn't just have the green light, guys. They're designing these plays to get him that look.
So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.